Hey, Westside staff. Just wanted to talk to you briefly about this eCard. The students have had it for a while, but we want to give it to the staff too because there's a lot available with this card, and it would be nice if you knew how to use it so you could help the students know how to use it. So the front of it looks like this. I'll put these in your mailboxes. The important side looks like this, the other side, and I always recommend to the student to take a picture of it or at least write down that number or something, because if you misplace the card, then you don't have it when you need it. So you might want to consider doing that. What you can do with this card is mostly use the research apps and programs and websites over at the Elkhart Public Library, but you can also use that new program we have called Sora. So I'll talk a little about that too. So when you're looking at getting ebooks and audiobooks, it's best to go through Sora, but all this other stuff I'll mention you get directly at the library. So I'm going to jump out of this slide that had these pictures on it and go on to this myepl.org/ecard. That's right at the top of this card here. So let's see. Jump onto Chrome here. Type that in. Okay, so you can see it goes to the Elkhart Public Library page, but it takes you directly to the students page. You can see it says just for students over here on the side, or yeah, on the side there. And if we scroll up a little bit, then right underneath this little video screen is something that says change your PIN. So you can change that for you guys too if you want to. You don't have to. I think a lot of students don't, just because there's nothing really of any value that can be stolen from them. So it's not hugely important. Okay, then I'm gonna hit a few highlights on these things that are available to the students here, and then we'll jump back to Sora. So first of all is this app called BrainFuse. This is probably the most valuable in terms of finances that the library offers. It actually offers up to the students free tutoring every day of the week from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. They used to be like 2 p.m. to 10 p.m., but they recently have moved their hours up because of the pandemic and a lot of e-learning going on at home. So anytime in those 12 hours every day, a student could come here with their e-card, jump on this BrainFuse, and right at the top upper left there it says live tutoring. They can just click on there, get a certified teacher to help them with their homework, and they'll chat back and forth with them. I think they have the ability to send them a picture and all that kind of stuff. And they also have an option to, if they'd rather just send them the question and then, short time later get an answer back rather than the live back and forth, that's okay too. There are a few other things on here that they can work on, like there's the language lab down there that can help with learning a different language, and the writing lab, and working on their skills for writing in this skill surfer. So there's a variety of things they can look at and play around with, but the main thing is the tutoring. Okay, so let me see if I go out of that. Keep scrolling up. We have Britannica, of course, that's an encyclopedia. Inspire. I'm not going to go into great detail because that could be like an in-service on its own. So Inspire has so much available that one day I'll talk about that on a video or in a staff meeting. But that's a great place to go for research. It's put on by the state and has more than the public library has in terms of sources. Okay, so then Hoopla is probably the most popular among the students. This app allows you to check out ebooks, audiobooks, TV shows, movies, comic books, graphic novels sort of thing, music. And so there's a lot available on here. You can get up to 8 per month. So once you hit that 8, you got to wait until the new month to start. But that's, I think, pretty generous. If there are a few kids in a family, they each have the e-card available to them. You know, you have 3 kids, you got 24 different things you can check out, watch, read, listen to, whatever on this Hoopla app. So check that out when you get a chance. It's all free for you guys too. Okay, moving on down. Sometime when you have time, you can look at this. If you fix your own car, you got the Chilton Library there to help you. For those of you who are having the craft clubs and stuff after school, this little creative bug has a bunch of stuff for that. But let's keep going. Pronunciator is the app that's there to help you learn a language, but this one's going to only be there through the end of August, I think, or actually beginning of August, and then they'll probably pick another one. They also do have Rosetta Stone on the library. If you go to the main page and look for it, it'll be there. I'm not sure why it's not with the students. Okay, then a bunch of reference stuff down here. And then I think that'll do it for going through those apps. So if you have any questions about that, just give me an email or call the library. But, you know, just when you get a chance, go through it, check it out, see what you could use, possibly recommend to the students. So I also want to show you Sora. So let's jump out of this. Now, I don't think you all have the Sora app on your iPads automatically, but you can get it. It looks like this. And that, you can also go, I think, soraapp.com, or you can just go to the self-service or app store and get it onto your iPad. So if you have a book checked out to you, like for one of your classes, like it says assignments at the top, it takes you to that page automatically. But if I wanted to, you know, read Animal Farm, then I could go ahead and open that up. All right. But I don't want to do that right now. So in Sora, the cool thing is that if you look over on the right, besides having all the books in Elkhart Community Schools, you can add libraries. So you can add the Elkhart Public Library and maybe your own city's library if they have it. St. Joe County Library has the same thing, so I added my library card from there as well. So if you go to search for something, like if we go over here to the Explore page, and I want to search for a book, I can click at the top, search all my libraries, so it'll look in all 3 of those libraries at the same time for whatever book I'm looking for, and there's a much better chance of getting it because we're talking about thousands and thousands of books as opposed to maybe a few thousand in Elkhart Community Schools alone. But so you're really, really opening up your options by including the public library. All right, if you wanted to, you could, of course, just go over here and pick just one library and search only in that. You know, it's up to you. Okay, so this is Sora. The students have been using it a lot. Other than one that's assigned to you that would show up on your assignment page, like when you first log in, you have a shelf. So if you look at the bottom, you see that little bookshelf picture, and that's all the books that you have checked out to you at any given time. You have the books checked out, holds, any lists you make, your history, and so I've already had quite a few on here. I haven't read all of them. Somewhere on there just kind of like as samples or things like that. Alrighty. So to go to Explore at the bottom, then you get a lot of these sort of like curated columns here or rows of books. And you click into those, of course, you get a lot of similar things. So if you don't want it curated for you, you can just choose a section like this where it says history or fiction, fantasy, romance, that kind of thing. You can pick a subject, or you can just go to the top and search, put in your favorite author, title, whatever. So like here I searched for Hatchet, If it says borrow, you can borrow it. If it says like put on hold, that means it's checked out, so you have to put it on hold if you want to get it when that person returns it. All these books are returned automatically, or you can return them early. Okay, so that's Sora. Give it a chance, give it a try when you have a chance. Next time you're taking a car trip or something and don't have anything to listen to, you could hop onto Hoopla, get some music, or you could get an audiobook from, Sora, or whatever you want. So let me know if you have questions, and I'll be there to help you new people if you're kind of confused. The students all should have their eCards, but we tracked their numbers, so if you have a class and students are saying they don't have an eCard, if they're virtual students, I guess that wouldn't apply to you guys. But those of you who are teaching virtual students who might be watching this, they had an eCard emailed to them, but if they don't think they did or can't find it, they can just email me and I'll send them their number or another eCard. I just send them a picture through the email. All right, that's it. Thanks for listening. Let me know if you have questions. Have a good one.